Hey guys, it's Miss Long. We are going to work on a foldable for weather and climate, dealing with tools. So you'll end up with something that looks like this. You're going to need a red and a blue, definitely, and then whatever utensil you want to write in. You can also go back and add colors and make it prettier, and I will do that at the end. I am definitely doing this at my house, and my husband's making dinner, so if you hear noise in the background, it's just Jason or Mr. Long. Say hello, Mr. Long.
Hello, Mr. Long.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You need a paper that looks like this. Okay, and we're going to start on this side. You'll actually take the top and fold it down here to the bottom. But you're not going to crease it all the way across. You're just going to take this side and give yourself a little crease right here in the corner. And then you'll let it open back up. And you're going to take this bottom left corner where it says calculator and bring it up to where that crease was. So my crease is still there, and then you'll flatten this side out. Okay? Then you'll take this corner where it says weather and fold it over, match it up with the corner, and you can crease it out. And last but not least, you'll take this bottom where you can see part of a graph, and you're going to fold it up, and it should meet that other flap, and also meet your crease in the corner. So I'm going to press this down. So now I have the foldable, and you're able to open it. You can pull right here once it's glued to your notebook, and it'll open all the way. So you'll end up gluing this side down. If you need to pause and take a minute to do that, you are welcome to. Otherwise, you can open your foldable to right here, and we will get started. All right, guys, so let's start with the easy and obvious one. It says, can we predict weather? The obvious answer is yes. Okay, that doesn't mean that we're great at it, but we can do it. Tools help us to make predictions. By studying trends over time. Okay, so we are done with this side. You can go back and color it if you want. And we are going to go ahead and open to this middle portion where we're going to do most of our work. Let me see if I can zoom down for you. All right. Ooh, hopefully that's not as weird for y'all as it is looking to me. All right, so let's start up here at the top. Weather tools. Sorry, my kids know I write sideways, but Miss Bernie's friends, I apologize. Okay, weather tools. Measure the daily conditions of the air outdoors. So we're going to write measure daily conditions of the air outdoors. All right, so that's your first blank here, and then we're going to move to rain gauge. So rain gauge is the first tool that we're going to talk about. It is cylindrical like this, so this down here on the bottom, like, I'm already fibbing, guys. I'm about to get other colors out. This guy at the bottom, I am going to say is a stump or a log, so I'm going to color it brown. And I'm guessing that because I know that a rain gauge gets put outside and left somewhere where it can collect water. So this middle part is right here. That's the rain that's collected. Okay, so let's go ahead and define a rain gauge. A rain gauge is the only purpose of a rain gauge is to measure the amount of rainfall. Pretty straightforward. Thermometer. Whew, I hope we all know what a thermometer does. Thermometer measures the air temperature Okay, and I'm going to add kind of a bonus here that's really important for you to know. Here in the United States, we measure in Fahrenheit. Other countries use Celsius to measure, but we are unique here in the U.S., and we have chosen to measure in Fahrenheit. Okay, so make sure you have that listed. You can come in here and color the bottom of your thermometer red to make sure you understand what's happening there. The things inside of a thermometer can be made of different stuff. They used to be made of mercury, and those are a little more dangerous because they can bust. And mercury's not super safe. All right, a hygrometer. A hygrometer measures the amount of water vapor that's in the air. We've talked a lot about the density of the water in the air and what it does and how that affects our weather. But a hygrometer would be something you would use to measure that. So we're going to write measures the amount of water vapor. And I know I've used this word in class. I actually used it today talking to someone. And the word is humidity. So I know for me, when there's a lot of water vapor in the air or a lot of humidity, my hair gets really fluffy, and it doesn't matter how much work I've done to make my hair look nice, I end up just looking like a poodle. And that can be really frustrating. So water vapor is necessary, but can also be really frustrating. I think I was talking to Maven today about it, and Maven said, it's like summer's somewhere. Maybe you'll have to let me know when you watch this. Okay, wind vane. A wind vane is really simple. You see these a lot of times on the tops of barns or buildings. And all they do is tell you the direction that the wind is traveling in. So we're going to write that they determine the direction of the wind. My kids know I'm just cat obsessed, guys, but I have to show you this right now. So this is my cat just chilling, doing notes with us. All right. An anemometer. Okay, this is a word that I feel like people always get stuck on, but it's really a simple word. So, anemometer. The E is kind of makes an A sound. Okay, so an anemometer measures the wind speed we're going to write no spin equals no wind, which means spin fast equals fast wind. Pretty simple, right? Hopefully we'll get to actually make an anemometer. Obviously not a super official one, but we could make some so that you guys just see what it does and how that looks when you put it together. Weather balloon. This was in the Bill Nye we watched the other day. A group of students was using a weather balloon. So weather balloons are sent up to collect data over I just colored on myself. Large areas. Okay, and I'm going to color my weather balloon. And I want it to be a happy color. So I'm going to color this balloon yellow. I've just totally fibbed. I told you I was going to color at the end, and I'm coloring as we go. I haven't colored my little bird up here, though. I'll have to get to that. All right, a barometer. A barometer measures air pressure. That's simple. And air pressure is really important in determining what kind of weather is coming, what kind of weather fronts we're going to have. Now, this one I do want you to color, and I need you to do it the same colors as me. So I'm going to use that red that I had already laid out, and you need to color this H. A high pressure area needs to be red, and then you're going to take your blue, and your low pressure area is going to be blue. And I promise you we will learn a whole lot more about high and low pressure and notes that are to come. But for this, I just want you to know that a barometer measures air pressure. All right, weather satellite. Okay, a weather satellite is something that is up through our atmosphere, essentially rotating around the Earth, and it is going to take pictures and track big movement. This is how we get pictures of like hurricanes that are looming over the Earth and other really big weather fronts that are moving. So we're going to write, this one you kind of got to write small, that it photographs and tracks large scale movements. Okay, so it's going to kind of take note of those things and then let you know where they're going. So everything from here up is a weather tool. Now we're going to look at some tools that are specific to climate, and they are separate. Okay, so your weather satellite, make sure you have that. You can come back and color it. We're going to look at climate. Okay, so climate measures averages. Shout out math. Miss Ewing will be so proud of me that I'm teaching you about averages. So primarily, temperatures and rainfall, things like that, are going to be collected. That data is going to be collected with a climate tool because it's, as we know, climate is something that's over a long period of time. So calculator, obviously you can use a calculator for a lot of things, but we are going to write that it is used often in weather or climate prediction as a tool to average all daily weather data. Okay, so if it only did one day, then to me that seems like you would use that calculator more as a weather tool because weather is just one day or individual days. But because it's all the daily weather, you're talking over like a long period of time. So we're going to go climate on that. All right, computers. A computer in climate prediction or weather prediction is used because it can make charts and graphs to see or show trends. And that's really important because if you have certain weather that leads to some sort of weather event, be it a hurricane or tornado or even just rain or snowfall, if we can track those trends, then we are better able to predict them and give people a warning for those severe weather events, but even just like snow days, which is what I'm worried about. Graphs and charts, data and info. Okay, we've kind of talked about all of that leading up, so these are kind of sequential. Look at language arts, y'all. I'm doing all of the things. Okay, so this helps you to analyze the data. So all the data you've just collected from here and here are going to go into charts and graphs and help you analyze what's going on and make a more clear picture. So now we filled in our whole foldable here. I'm going to go back and color and I'll show you guys what mine looks like at the end. So I'm going to pause myself and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now mine is all colored, so I'm going to fold it back up And just in case you've lost that shape if you didn't crease hard enough. Bottom calculator corner goes to your crease just at the snowflake, so your snowflake should match up. And then I'm going to fold this corner up. Whoops, I should have done this one first. And then that one. I'm going to color the front of mine, and then I'm going to get it glued into my notebook. And you can look on the board in my class, and it will tell you what gets glued where. You guys are going to have a lot of opportunity to do some independent work during this standard that we're focusing on. This is actually 6ESS 2.5. So we've jumped from 3, which is the SBA you just took, to 5. But I promise it'll all make sense soon. So get this glued in and have a great day, guys.